17-year-old senior from Park City High School will represent the United States at the 2024 Youth Olympic Games in South Korea this weekend. Emily Campbell competes in the biathlon, combining her skills in shooting and cross-country skiing. I went out to meet Emily and found out how tough the competition really is.
Do you ever think skiing would be so much fun if we could just shoot stuff too?
Yeah, exactly. Basically, that's what it is. So yeah.
Biathlon combines the test of skill and technique of shooting with the endurance of the toughest athletes. Emily's heart rate reaches an almost explosive 220 beats per minute while skiing, calming it to 180 to shoot targets as small as 2 inches from 50 meters away.
I'll typically pick like a hill or a spot before coming into the range where I'll kind of back off my skiing and lower my heart rate a bit before I can come into the range so that I make sure I'm not like huffing and puffing too much when I'm in there. But yeah, and then I just try to relax and let my body do what it knows how to do.
Relaxing is a figure of speech here. The sport is incredibly competitive. During qualifying, she made it to the Youth Olympics by a mere 1/10 of a second.
It was really tight this year, so I think it's the tightest trials I've ever been to, and it was really good competition. I was really happy.
Emily and her parents are now in South Korea for the games, taking time away from a busy senior year.
Yeah, it's funny when I tell all my teachers, like, oh, I'm going to miss 2 weeks of school, and they're like, oh, where are you going? I'm like, South Korea.
Biathlon is a sport that's taken her across the world, competing in Junior World Championships in Kazakhstan last year. And after these Youth Olympics, she heads to Estonia for this year's Junior Worlds.
And then I'm going to go to Lake Placid for Nordic cross-country skiing junior nationals. And then I'm going to go to Hawaii with my family. So, yeah.
And this is a family affair for the Campbells. Emily's parents are former college athletes, and her older brother skis for Michigan Tech right now after competing in biathlon as a teen himself.
Once he started Nordic skiing, I always loved following in his footsteps and everything. So I was like, oh my gosh, well, if he does it, I have to do it. And so then I started Nordic skiing when I was around 7.
But this week, she's representing more than her family.
I don't even know if words can describe that amount of pride you just feel for your country, and the fact that you were chosen out of so many awesome people to be able to represent your country in skiing and biathlon.
Emily is actually only one of 3 U.S. women to qualify in the biathlon and the only Utahn, but she's not the only local heading to the Youth Olympics. There are a total of 13 Utah-trained athletes competing in South Korea. One of those will represent Australia, and the rest will compete for the U.S. Fun fact, all 3 U.S. athletes competing in the skeleton event are members of the Utah Olympic Parks program. The Youth Olympic Games kick off today and run through February 1st. Emily competes tomorrow.
Oh, go Emily!
In South Korea.
She's a cutie.
So exciting. And
Yeah.
she'll be 27 years old when the Olympics come to Salt Lake City, so we'll see where she is then.
She'll still be just a baby.